Okay, welcome back. We are here with week number 5, part number 4 of Outcast Ordo, a Dark Heresy campaign. Our Psyker is actually inventing a new class
Picking
called
up your
the
mic breathing. It's
Oh,
cutting
sorry.
out.
I got it.
Psyker is inventing a new class called the Kleptomaniac, and is currently overburdened with all the crap he has stolen. Sorry. Repurposed for use by the Inquisition.
Thank you.
I believe you guys were heading to see the commissar.
Yeah, I said he knows what we're doing here. He's over here. And I point in the direction he showed me.
The entire time that you've been having this conversation, that bizarre giggling has been going on too.
Bizarre giggling. Does it sound like a child giggling, or
No, it sounds like a madman.
so like a maniacal laughter?
More insane.
Around us?
Yeah, from one of the tents beside you.
Okay.
I mentioned it earlier. I guess you probably.
Yeah, you did mention it. I just didn't take it any general.
I don't remember that.
The description of it being insane is a little more.
Oh, let's see what's in there. Maybe
I
he.
remember Reparo doing his thing, and there was giggling then, but I don't remember anything after that.
You know what?
I've not been here for that.
You know what? Being that the planet is already effed in the A, as far as I'm concerned, I would probably take no notice of it.
Okay. So there's this strange cackling, sometimes giggling. Okay.
I'd be like, "Yep."
When
Seems
did
right.
this first happen?
Just as you were going to get to catch Jerts, this strange giggling came from a tent.
Just as I left.
Yeah, it wasn't connected to any particular action happening or anything. It's just,
Okay.
as far as you could tell, just this random. It's totally. It doesn't
It's just
fit
someone got
the
a
scene.
creepy laugh?
What's that?
It's just someone has a creepy laugh.
Yeah.
Am I not
there's-
coming through clear? Because you keep asking me to repeat myself.
I don't know. Maybe. But no, you're not. You're chopping out every once in a while. But no,
Okay.
it's this creepy giggle, insanity laugh that's not quite. It definitely doesn't fit the rest of the scene.
Visible doorway on the tent.
Yeah, it's just a regular tent like any other.
Let's peer inside there, and
So you're looking in the tent.
I don't think my character has any reason to question people with weird laughs. I came from a gang.
I'm gonna look in the tent.
Okay, you see a post. There's nothing in this tent except for a post staked into the ground, and there is a wild-eyed young man with greasy brown hair, wearing a straitjacket tethered to the post.
Oh, sweet. Flip that open. Hey, how's it going?
Do you have the blood?
But did you bring the spoon?
The spoon, oh, for the eyes.
Yeah, the blood's right here in one of these vials.
They make the sweetest jelly.
Oh, I like the eyes. My mind's been opened. All I see is blood and eyes. He's rocking back and forth.
Have you heard from the master?
The master?
Have you no messages from the master?
Who's the master?
Who do you think provides you with the blood and the eyes?
I see the blood. I see the eyes.
What have they chained you so?
Blood. I see the blood.
I'm going to look at his bindings.
He's just this straight jacket.
I think you should give him some adrenaline.
He continues.
Hang
to
on.
He asks, "Do you know the master? Who's the master?"
Why, that's me. The one that provides you with blood and eyes.
You did all that? He kind of his eyes widen and you see a snap of like a flicker of he's lucid for just a second and he kind of cowers away from you.
I've come back for you. Roll what?
Deceive.
Sure.
I hope you succeed on this one.
I don't think I'm going to.
What's your deceive?
That's what I'm looking up now. Deceive is 25. Nah.
Roll a 1,
so
man.
that is
You got
2
it.
degrees of failure.
Oh, you got a 52?
Yep.
Dang.
Yep.
He just looks at you and says, "You're not the master. Not enough eyes. Not enough blood."
Well,
Quit talking to that scrambled Droxerter. Let's go.
Well, we know he's got a lot of eyes and a lot of blood.
Who said I was the master? I'm just his messenger.
Did you hear the message too? Did you have your eyes open? Do you see the blood?
You should come with me
Where are we going? I can't
to find the
leave.
master.
The master's
not?
with me. The master's always with me.
So he's calling you too?
He's never.
Then
left
you must
me.
know we have to go.
Go.
I see if there's a way to unbind him.
Oh, God.
Give me an awareness.
Sure. That's a fail, by the way. Oh, guess not. Dang it. I noticed something.
As you're unbinding him, you see his what used to be his uniform crumpled in the corner, like his jacket. And
Yeah.
you see the name tag Corporal Schment.
Corporal what? Spent?
Schment.
Schment.
Cement?
Schment.
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 It's like Schment. Okay.
SCHMENDT.
As in you meant to do it?
Yeah.
55?
Okay. Corporal Schment. That doesn't seem like a fitting name for you anymore, does it?
So you've untied him?
Yep. From the
He
post,
lunges
anyway.
for your throat.
From the post, not from the straitjacket.
Okay.
I'm leaving the straitjacket on. So he's still lunging for me?
No, you've untied him from the post?
Yes.
Okay. So have you in any way made notice or made him aware that he's no longer tied to the post?
No.
Okay.
I'm going to go over to the corner where his uniform is
Okay.
and rifle through that.
There's nothing.
Is it intact? Is it bloodstained? What's going on with it?
It is. If you didn't know better, you'd think it was a red uniform.
Oh,
But
that's
you know
great.
better, and it's supposed to be gray.
Okay. So for a little bit of fun then, we will walk to the edge of the tent outside.
You said we.
Well, are those guys in there with me? Am I all in there alone?
You're in there alone. I'm waiting for everyone to go find this.
Yeah,
commissar guy.
I was reading stuff. I had no interest in insane laughs.
Okay, well, I'm going to step out of the tent and say, well, there you are. Go get more blood.
He's just rocking back and forth.
No, you're free.
He's no longer. He's kind of in his own world right now, just mumbling about tentacles and eyes and blood. And
We'll throw a rock at his head.
Oh boy.
search.
It can be a stick too, or a frog, whatever.
A boot. His uniform.
He found a feather.
Yeah. What could you find on the ground? What would be in a camp like this?
Dirt.
Throw sand into his eyes.
Yeah, well, yeah, you can find a rock, I guess.
Okay, I throw the rock at him.
Ballistics?
Sure.
You know what's funny?
Boom.
How like
Headshot.
in real life when I'm about to throw a rock, I think about my ballistic skill.
I need a D4.
Four.
Nice.
Crit.
He's out.
The rock cracks, flips 16 around. 60. Body. You crack him in the body. You just hear a thud, and he just kind of topples over a bit, kind of still rocking around,
Rocking.
giggling and going on and on about the blood and the tentacles and.
Man, all right. Well, we got stuff to do. We can't say I mess with you anymore, Corporal. Whichever your face was. I close the flaps. Zip it up.
You
Pull
sure
out
you
my
don't want to
last
make
cutter.
another haversack? Oh, you're pulling
Set
out
it-
last cutter. Okay.
Set the tent on fire from the back and let's go.
Did you seriously?
Yes.
Oh my.
You set it on fire?
Oh, something's gonna get it moving.
Well, how did you do that?
Las cutter.
Okay. Does that actually start fires?
I'd
Yeah.
imagine it would.
Can kind of cut.
That's
through metal.
hilarious.
Okay, so you snuck around the back of this to do it.
Yep.
And this last cutter's handy.
Can you
Mhm.
roll a concealment to see if anybody saw you?
Good luck with that.
I'm sure somebody saw me.
I'm pretty sure the whole camp would have been watching
So
him
it
for
was
his last
fairly
ordeal
obvious
intense.
as you ignited your las cutter. And you just smelled
So I'm gonna
That's
yell.
5 degrees of failure.
I'm gonna yell out, "Emperor's will be done."
Okay, as the tent starts to go up, what do you do?
I walk back to my friends. So, where were we going?
A couple of the guards see this tent go up and flames, and they rush for it. But before they can actually get in to save Corporal, like it starts burning almost. It's unnatural how much it's burning and how fast it's like. There's way more flames in there than there should be for that tent.
Ooh.
And you don't hear screaming, but you hear the evil laughter.
And you get the faint feeling that you fucked something up.
You hear the evil laughter, and it just gets louder and louder. There's no screaming, and the guards kind of back away as like the tent disintegrates, and you just see this man on fire,
We had places to be.
laughing.
I start walking the direction they said we were supposed to go.
You started the first Burning Man on this planet.
Burning Man Festival.
I have no interest in fixing these people's problem.
What do you mean you have no interest? That's why we were sent here.
Yeah, for fix one of their other problems. Not this problem. This isn't why we were here.
All
Is
I
this
know
why we
is
were sent here?
We
No.
better get paid. Let's go.
All right.
We better get paid. Let's go. Where are we going?
Away
I
from the
look up
fire.
from the tablet.
There. I'm pointing. Where Jerts told me to go.
I'm going to keep eyes behind me, though, as we're going. I want to see what goes on with the pad.
As you back away, you just the kind of guards have gathered, like they're keeping their distance around this laughing burning man. And then you see him kind of drop to his knees, like he's succumbing to the flames.
Yeah.
And one of the higher ranking, you just see him pull out his las carbine and shoot him in the head. And he drops.
Well, shoot.
They did. Let's go.
I'll just say loudly so my friends and anyone around me can hear. It was the will of the throne. Yes.
What are you talking about? I say. I just shake my head.
I'm like, okay. Like, whatever.
Okay, so you guys are... you see the guards whispering. Like, they're kind of whispering about something. Kind of pointing at you a bit, Eli.
All right. If
As
there's
you
someone...
walk towards the large red...
You know, Srag. You know what they did to the last guy who was babbling insane stuff, right?
Yeah, I suppose so. But, I mean, how else do you say something like that? It was his turn to go. That's all I can say.
I don't know much about getting caught, guys, but we best get ahead of this. Let's get to the Commissar Nihilus. Nihilus. What's this guy's name?
Nihilus?
It's like Colby, the assassin.
All right.
So you approach the big red hab block. There is there's a short, stubby man outside of it with a thick mustache, shaved head. You see a large Aquila tattoo on his neck. That's the wings of the Dark Heresy. He's wearing a flak vest. He's got a las pistol in his holster at his side. And he's chewing on a large... there's a large chewed cigar hanging out of the side of his mouth. And he just looks at you and says, you must be the Inquisition?
We are indeed. And I hold out the badge.
Hence the smoke behind us.
He kind of looks around you like he hadn't noticed the smoke before, and he's got this kind of like perplexed look on his face, and he
Pay that one no mind. He needs his cogitators realigned.
He's like, you guys get in and see the commissar. I gotta go figure out what the hell's going on over there.
Purification by flame.
What are you talking about?
I say, thanks, Stumpy. I walk in.
I walk in after him as if my divine purpose has been finally realized.
He doesn't make notice of the Stumpy comment.
Good.
He's thankfully for you preoccupied by the part of his camp that's on fire.
And the other part that's been sliced up by knives.
Yeah. Okay, so you enter the hab. As you got there too, you saw like the hab block had the large 97 painted on the side of it. You enter through the large hatch. It's the only one you can see. Inside, it's very sparsely decorated. There's a small desk near the front where probably Stubby sat. And in the back, you see a second larger desk. Behind it, you see somebody probably in their late 30s. Jet black hair, eyes also jet black, kind of a craggy face. He wears the same kind of uniform as the other men, except it's jet black. and you see a large number of rank insignia on his arm, as well as a couple of medals hanging from the lapel. You see a large commissar hat hanging on the back behind him. Does everybody know what a commissar hat looks like?
Nope, but I'll look it up.
It's basically, think of a Russian soldier's hat, like an officer's hat. The very large brim.
Okay.
Not brim, but large top of the hat. It's not the brim.
Yeah, got it.
Think of the battleship commanders in StarCraft. And you see a large black leather trench coat hanging beside it also. He looks up and sees you and motions the three of you to take a seat in front of him. There's a couple of chairs in front of the desk. From the back, you see Reynard was sitting. You recognize his black tattoo on the back of his head. Or not black tattoo, his blue tattoo. And his mechanical arms hard to mistake.
Right.
As you sit, he kind of just gives you a look and gets up, and you see the commissar kind of nod at him like to leave, and he turns around and leaves.
I take his chair.
Okay. So you guys all grab a seat.
Yeah.
So he just says,
I don't sit. I just go lean up against the wall, kind of back up and let Reparo do the talking.
I sit.
Okay. So it's pretty obvious that you declined to sit, so he doesn't make a big deal of it. But he just says, "So I presume you are you from the Inquisition?"
Yes. Why were we summoned?
Well, you were summoned because I needed help. I was told the help was on the way, so I'm a little surprised that you're the agents they sent. And he kind of trails off into thought a little bit and comes back and says, "But I'm sure you're eminently qualified for the task at hand." So
I'm sure we are as well. What exactly is the task?
Well, straight to the point, aren't we? Let's get down to business. And let's get this over with, shall we?
Indeed.
So, you may or may not know, this world is vital to the commercial interests of the Imperium.
Okay.
So, anything
Go
that
on.
threatens this world imminently threatens the larger community. Thus,
Right.
when renegade activities on this planet destroyed a valuable, and in some people's estimates, irreplaceable equipment.
Renegade activities?
Yes. More on that in a second. We deemed it necessary because of these renegade activities to show a force and eradicate these insurgents that were threatening the lucrative Gorgonoid mine. He kind of motions behind him, and you see there's a window that overlooks the huge open mine. Now, what did you say, young tech priest?
What renegade activities?
Oh, just a few rebels, dissidents, some that aren't particularly pleased with their lot in life.
I saunter over to the window to kind of take a peek out.
What were they after? What were they after?
Who can really say with these rebels? I think sometimes they just want to destroy things. Like the processing facility they blew up caused quite a damper on productions in the Gorgonoid mine. Hence the swift response from the 97th.
Okay, so renegades attacked, you retaliated, you drove them off. Why are we here?
Let's be clear, we didn't retaliate. We eradicated them. These scum lack grit, leadership, and dedication to their cause. So in a matter of hours, we set up this camp and started rounding up. And containing the site.
I think Reparo asked you a question.
Sounds like you have things under control. Why do you need us?
Well, that's what I thought at first. But as we were, as I was making the rounds and interrogating the rebels, something caught my eye. One of the rebels was carrying some papers. I looked at these papers, and there was some odd text on it. They were copies, surely, but describing the acts that these described were unspeakable.
Intriguing.
It was clear that these rebels were part of something far worse. So based on the nature of these documents, I know my job. My job is to contain rebels. This kind of stuff.
Do you still have these prisoners that had these texts?
Well, as much as I would have liked to leave them alone, they needed to be contained. My senior sergeant, Reynard, I'm sure you've met him. He's a little, what's the word I'm looking for? Gung-ho. Quick to shoot. Before I could tell him to be careful, he charged. He charged and drove the remaining insurgents deep into one of the mines.
So, a large portion of them escaped, is what you're saying?
To be perfectly honest, we're not 100% sure.
How deep into the mines are we talking?
Well, the sergeant sent his men in to clean it out. He sent in a rather large number of soldiers, and approximately an hour and a half after they went in, they came out, and we sent in over 100 men, and 10 came out. Some of the things that they reported didn't make any sense. They suffered huge casualties. There were reports of twisted mutants, demons.
As he's saying that, I look over.
Yeah, I'm staring at Eli.
I look over at Eli.
I'm just looking at him.
The
Like,
string mutants and
giving him the look.
Based on these reports and seeing those previous scriptures, this was not a job for the Imperial Guard.
I see. So the three of us are supposed to accomplish what 100 could not.
Yeah, it seems clear that the Inquisition does not share my concern with what I found. No offense, of course.
Do you still have these strange texts?
No, I ordered them destroyed immediately.
Do you accept? And it's okay. You can say it in front of us.
I just shake my head in disbelief that he just said that.
He's just
Thankfully, we don't need to more than 100 men to kill. We just have to kill the one controlling all of them.
What are you talking about?
They sent in 100 men. 10 came back.
No, we're killing the guys in the mine,
Right.
not these guys.
Yeah.
Easy
We just
there.
got to kill the guy who's leading those rebels.
The rebels. Okay, you're safe, buddy.
With the exception, he says to you, with the exception of the rebels that went deep into that mine, the rebel insurgencies have been contained.
Do you have any other rebels still as prisoners?
Uh,
Were you able to obtain any other information about what's going on down below?
what kind of information?
Where's the 10 that came back?
Any information?
Well, most of them are pretty messed up. We sent all but one were given a clean bill of health and sent back to duty.
That was a mistake.
My character doesn't know. And the one that wasn't?
He's become a bit of a babbling lunatic going on about eyes and tentacles and blood.
Yep.
I look at Eli again.
I don't, because I don't know anything about that situation.
He needed to be purified.
I was just watching him. I was standing a few feet back. He was.
Can we get the
We
names
didn't
of
go
the
with him, but I
of
was
the
just like,
remaining
come on.
nine?
Some of them have already left.
We do need to see the other 9. They might need to be purified as well.
Some have already left. The 3 that remain are... you're going to want to find Gasto Harner. Quintus Helix. And Danita.
Danita?
Danita.
Gasto
As to-
Harner, Quintus Helix, and Danita.
Where do we find these individuals?
Where are they stationed?
They're in the camp.
Being the other 6 have already left and we have no way to question them at this point, we're going to have to assume they were corrupted. Please send word that they're to be executed and their bodies burned.
I will handle my men on my own. Things
What?
of military concern, or you do not have authority over the military.
If what I understand happened here has happened from what I've already seen, then there's a grave threat happening. They must be destroyed. Oh, he doesn't buy that at all.
Are you attempting
Yeah, he rolled.
Yeah, I rolled. I'm trying to
that
lie
was
to him.
a deceive?
Yep. Well, I believe it. Does that matter?
Oh shit! You failed on a deceive on this guy. How much
Yeah.
did you fail by? You have 57. What is your deceive?
25. I felt
Thrice-ly.
is it thrice? I think it might be thrice.
Actually, no. That's okay.
Yep.
So you failed.
35, 45, 55. Yep, 3 times.
Commissar just looks at you and says, "I know what my job is here. I will take care of my men and see that they are dealt with or receive the appropriate care that they need." Your
I have
job-
another question for you.
I'm
these
talking here.
These rebels,
He looks at you.
did they come out of the mine originally? Were they personnel or were they outsiders and then they retreated into the mine?
Our guards chased the rebels who fled into the mine to get away from the might of the 97th.
Do you know where these rebels originally came from?
Miners, workers, who knows where rebels come from? Perhaps they came from the rebel factory.
I suppose you didn't question them effectively enough then. I understand.
You questioned them with a bullet to the head. This planet is too important. It needs swift justice.
Clearly that solved all of your problems.
What does that even like fall under anti-charm?
Sarcastic bastard. I don't know if that's
Are you questioning my ability to do my job?
We are the Inquisition!
That is our job. Oh, great. You don't believe that at all.
He looks at you and he says, "You 3, from what I understand, are not the Inquisition. You are
I
recruits.
pull out the badge and I point at it.
That is a very nice badge from 40 years ago.
We would gladly leave. Clearly there has been some kind of error then. We should depart. Deal with your own issue.
So right now we have to go into the mine to find out why these people are dying, or why the regiment got destroyed.
Are you
Is that
asking-
what I'm understanding?
From the Inquisitor, your Inquisitor told you to come here and figure out what was happening and fix it.
I am
'cause
sure
I
that
still haven't gotten the task at hand.
I'm sure the Inquisitor would be glad to hear that you beckoned him and declined it when he sent it.
I'm a little confused as to when I beckoned him for help, or when I declined his help. There is something evil in
We
that
are the
mind.
help. You're declining it. You don't
No.
believe.
I declined, and he looks at this one. I declined letting this one kill my men.
I gave you proper treatment for the ones that came out that have been touched by the darkness in there, and you turned it down.
Listen,
And don't question me on that. I'm sure you're an expert of the dark matters, yes?
what I need
Maybe we
from
should be
you
asking
three-
you more questions.
What I need from the Inquisition is to figure out whatever the hell is in that mine and deal with it. I'm
Yes,
not the one
I
that
will-
picks who comes from the Inquisition. Your Inquisitor must think you're up to the task.
He has the utmost confidence in us, and once I bring you back proof of the darkness that's probably now infested your men, and who knows where you're allowing it to spread, then will you order the burning of those bodies.
Let's see what you find in the mine.
My concerns weren't simply of the mine, but perhaps the corruption extended outside of the mine. Hence my questioning as to where they originally came from.
By now,
Perhaps
it's
they
possibly
corrupted
spread off world.
Give me an intimidate. Can you even? You can't even intimidate.
Who, me?
Who?
No.
Yeah.
I talk in a
I
robot
can.
voice. It's not
Nope.
very intimidating. Beep, boop, boop.
Roll. Can you interrogate? Yeah, you can.
Logic invalid.
Statement returned false.
Divide by zero overflow.
Syntax error. Please stop script. Please
Mhm.
stop script. Please stop script.
Yeah. I get stuck in a loop. Srag sticks a fork in my head.
This always works.
You're saying that as he's saying something you don't agree with. Please stop script. Please stop script. Until
What
he
was
stops talking.
What was the last question you asked him?
Question, I was basically saying, do you know where they came from? Because maybe that's where the source of this corruption came from, that we're trying to fix your issue.
You kind of see him. He's holding back. He has an idea.
Okay.
The Emperor's hand needs to be guided.
Roll me
Into
charm.
your
Just tell us
pants.
which way we are going.
Roll me a charm.
Are you charming? Who's charming?
It sounded like Nico just
Nico?
tried to charm him.
This is an
Charm that,
interrogation.
Nico. Charm that shit.
Oh, I didn't.
You gotta charm him better.
I'm going to
You're like,
strap him.
hey,
half.
I'm Nico.
Hey there. I should have rubbed his back and give him a shoulder massage. Come on, man. Come on. Just go with it.
Just go with it.
Where's the rape rag?
This is right.
He just
Take a deep breath.
he just kind of looks at you and says, I think this might be a cult, and those are your kind of trouble, not ours. Our job is to kill the rebels.
And allow them to spread their contamination off world.
We agree that we're here to assist. We're simply trying to ascertain as much information as we can regarding this to narrow the scope of the issue.
Have you heard of a cult before? on this world? Has it caused trouble in the past?
There's been
Reports?
one cult. What mechanic are you using to pull this information from him? He's clearly reluctant to tell you his what he actually.
I think he's in on it. I think you should kill him, Srag.
I'm taking my pack off and unrolling it.
Um,
Time
What?
to take this questioning to the next level.
I'll be right back.
what form of what the hell
charm,
questioning
command,
it?
deceive, interrogate.
Was the only three. I don't have access to interrogate. I do have command and charm. What were the other ones? Charm, command, deceive, you said?
Yeah.
I have access to that too. I also have barter, but again, the same thing. I have intimidate, but
Try it.
I'm not really being intimidating. I'm not attempting to be intimidating.
No.
It's more of a fellowship skill that
It's
I'm trying to do.
It's probably the least effective to intimidate the leader of the camp of army you're in.
It's until he gets some needles in him.
Okay, so I'll try and do a fellowship thing here with trying to get him onto our side. I just like, can you tell us of any reports or let Reparo know of any reports of this cult? Just so we can root them out. And I'll attempt it. And I failed because
No,
I
you got
need...
it. You got it. I'll give you the bonus based on if you actually roleplay.
Hey, sorry, I'm back.
So he just kind of... Where are you standing now? Did you come close?
I had to take my headset off. Did I miss anything important that I should know?
I was trying to convince him to tell you about the reports of any cult, or that he's heard of any cult. And I moved closer to the desk when I asked him.
Okay.
Did you sew some skin? Did you like unzip your shirt a little bit?
I don't need to, man. I just opened up my cloak. I have that body glove on.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I put my leg up on the table,
The black body glove.
just like Captain Morgan style.
They're lonely miners on this planet, right? So I see where you're going with this.
Yeah, but the 97th isn't. Anyway.
Show a little leg.
Oh man.
Yeah, there it is.
He leans as you say this. He leans into and he says, "Our reports believe it's the Brotherhood of Malice."
Brotherhood of Malice.
Does this mean anything to our tech priest? Like, is he familiar with cults or anything like that?
This would be forbidden knowledge.
Only got forbidden knowledge, the warp.
Because I don't have it.
I don't think I have that forbidden. Let me check my sheet here. Are we on skill?
Yeah, it's a skill, forbidden knowledge.
No, I probably.
But you'd have to type it in, whatever it is.
Like forbidden lore. No, I have like nothing.
Okay.
Gamble.
But aren't you like interested in heresy and stuff like that?
I am.
Wouldn't you? Do you get access to that? I'm just asking.
More like heretic items specifically.
Xeno items, technology.
And more like Xeno, like alien tech and stuff like that.
If the warp will cover it, there's your warp roll. Or any of the eyes or tentacles or any of that stuff.
It definitely sounds more like warp related than Xeno.
Okay. I will give it to you with that. So the cult of the Malice are probably worshipping...
so it's the...
I believe his name is
Tez, whatever, says the T, right? Tez Nitch, I think.
Testicle nest? What?
Just make up that stuff.
How loud is my crunching with my mic like this?
Enough to hear.
Not that bad. But it's not as bad as before.
It's like my mic is literally behind my head.
I know, and you're talking and we hear you clearly.
What a freaking stupid mic.
You sound like you're like away from it though. But
Or an
we hear you
awesome mic.
fine.
I guess.
Yeah, it does sound like you're a foot away from your mic.
Well, that's good.
Fuck. Where's my list of demons?
I'm just trying to enjoy chips without crunching loudly.
Okay. Anyway, you believe this is the cult that worships one of the demons from the warp?
I think it's the one that starts with T.
Yeah.
Are there main
Azul or
deities
something?
from the warp?
I swear it's like Tiznich or something like that. He's the eyes and the tentacles or whatever makes sense anyway.
His name is Shiznit.
Something like that. Pretty close, dude. It's the big vulture-looking one.
It's probably not him then.
Which one are you thinking of? The red one, the green one, the blue one, or the other one that I don't know much about?
Red, green, blue.
What are you talking about?
The big ones, the big demons.
From Warhammer?
Daemons. Yeah, from Warhammer. See, I don't know much about Warhammer except for the demons. I know a little bit about those. That's why I'm kind of leaning that direction. What is it, like Kor or whatever? The blood god is one of them. Then the Nurgle, the plague bringer. It's like Tiznich, the bringer of change, and then the other one I don't remember.
Okay, so I just say, well, if this cult is behind this, why not just seal the mine? I understand it's a lucrative mine, but if they're in there.
Well, you seem to have answered your own question.
Huh.
The mine is sealed right now, but we can't leave. We can't leave this. No proper citizen of the Empire will leave chaos at its doorstep.
There were no other problems with the mine until these cultists or these rebels ran into the mine.
This is the first we've realized this kind of cult presence. There's always been rebels. You've never blown something up.
You've just cemented my concerns about your problem. Before I purified by flame the condemned man.
What do you
he
mean
mentioned that
purified by flame?
I saved him. I saved him for the Emperor. Now,
what are you talking about? Are you telling me you killed Colonel Corporal
Schmentz?
Schmentz?
Yeah.
I sent him to the Emperor.
Yes.
Because he informed me that the master...
I schment him to the Emperor.
The master was... Excuse me. He informed me that the master was inside with him. Which means bonding wasn't quite complete with him. The others, though...
Rule me deceived.
They may have carried the master off-world with them. They may be out there corrupting as we speak. And come on!
He just looks at you and says...
Cut it out. Stop talking.
I think you're going to jail, Srag.
You need to stop lying to me. I don't know why you killed my man. To be honest, he was probably going to be killed anyway. I was hoping he might recover from this. But...
Here's the problem I'm having with this. I'm having to use deceive because it's all I've got. But I don't really think I'm lying to him. I think he needs to kill the other guys. That's the problem I'm having with this issue right here.
You can charm without having
Charm?
Okay, well, then these are failed charms, but I'm trying to convince him to kill them because they are probably a problem.
He's not buying it.
Yeah,
he's not buying your shit. Shit's
All right, I'm gonna say. All right.
He let me.
Will you-
Okay, he said he just looks at you and he says, "Listen, you're clearly not from an imperial world, judging by your physique and your attitude. We are more than skilled at dealing with chaos as far as when it's infecting our troops.
How often does chaos infect your troops?
Chaos is everywhere.
I missed what you said, sorry.
Chaos is everywhere.
Is this a frequent occurrence?
The cult?
Chaos affecting your troops.
when he leans over and says, "Chaos is everywhere," I'm going to look at him concerned and kind of back away.
I'm going to be just confused because I don't really know what they're talking about coming from an Agri world.
No, we have protocols for handling this. Everything that we've learned in the universe, chaos can weasel its way in anywhere.
But it's always 100% detectable, right?
I'm only a little confused because most of my experiences with chaos are relating to the warp as a character, so I'm sort of like, really?
Hey guys, you're starting to go outside of what I know how to do, and I pat my gun. I'm gonna go see if I can find those 3.
Listen, I sent for the Inquisition because this is their specialty, investigating large occurrences of cults and things of this nature, and for eradicating any lingering presence. If you think those men might need to be killed, then fine.
Approximately how many men are retreated back into the mine, these rebels?
We weren't able to get a count.
Less than 100? More than 100? 1,000?
50,
a trillion? 50? Okay.
I'm going to tell him, I'll meet you on middle ground. Will you at least ensure me that they will be quarantined until after we have finished our business here?
You talking about the other 3, Strike?
I'm talking about the other 6 that are off-world currently. I want him to send message to get them quarantined until we're sure that they're clean.
I'll try.
Good luck.
Promises.
They're dispersed around the galaxy now.
I'm just going to hold my hand out. Your word is the best you can do.
He gives you that look I just gave you.
Hey, does the 97th have any sniper rifles available?
You may visit the quartermaster. He may have some provisions. My men are not... I don't have any snipers with this detachment.
All right. And where's the quartermaster located? Did he tell me, like, 3rd block down?
Yeah.
Take it left.
Are you asking where the quartermaster is?
Why is it always 3 streets down to the left? Always.
Always seems to be. That's where the quartermaster goes. Don't you know that's in the quartermaster manual?
He kind of looks at you and he's like, you know what? To be honest, I don't know, because I don't go to the quartermaster. Raynar brings me my equipment. Actually, the quartermaster comes to me to bring me my equipment. So, but I'm sure if you went out and asked any of the men, they could probably point you in the direction.
That's
Let
where
us
I'll be,
be-
guys. I leave.
I'll join you. I appreciate your assistance in this matter. I realize you don't believe the same way I do
Words
on
you
it.
said.
Be that as it may, we each have our fields of expertise, and I'm sure you could tell me something I would find equally unbelievable.
You're right. I hope you do well in there.
I say, Commissar Nihilius, the Inquisition thanks you for your cooperation, and we apologize for any shortness, but we were left a little frustrated with the lack of information we've been provided. Thank you for your cooperation.
No problem.
We'll remember this when your name comes up on the list.
I leave with them when your name comes up on the list. Sarag somehow sharpens his las cutter.
There's this scribe that follows behind and keeps updating his kill list.
Mm-hmm. Are there bards in this game? How does that work?
Not bards. What would they be? They'd be squires.
Yeah, squire.
Oh, man.
Okay, we will take a break, and we will be back shortly for the next segment. Stay tuned.